Hello, it's Martin Gummer here with one of my short videos. This time I'm talking about how to use effective activity boards, often called performance boards or even notice boards. But the point that I'm trying to make here is that they should be interactive with the team and the department that they refer to. So, often boards are just cluttered with graphs like this. I've literally seen examples of this where a man comes down from a mezzanine floor and sticks new graphs up, mainly bar charts, every day under different headings for a certain department. And when you look into it, people don't read them. They either don't understand them, they don't read them, and as we know, they become wallpaper. And what I learned from the Japanese when I was working with JIPM was that an activity board, a team-based activity board, should tell a story. And not only tell a story, but it shouldn't be constrained by rigid boxes. It should be flexible for people to expand their ideas on and put their own work in. And if one topic becomes more prominent in any one particular period of time, it can take more space. But in general, the concept is that the board is generally split into three sections, and the centre section is larger than the two ends. And the idea is that at this side, this end, relatively refers to the background to what the team is aiming to achieve. So you might have some vision there, objectives, the phase in which the improvement program is in, and then the final part, the final third, would be the results or the current status of the program. So here may well be graphs, but ideally they could be hand drawn, and that has a psychological effect with the people in the team as well, because it's connected to the arm, the brain, and the physical placing of today or this week's performance at any particular point on any particular graph is an activity that engages the people in the data, and it's not reliant on some management initiative to come and tell the team how they're doing. It's much more self-managing. Now the middle bit represents the activity or the phase that the team are currently in, and this could be a combination of photographs, hand-drawn illustrations, one-point lessons, somebody illustrating what they've learned that they want to share with the rest of the team, checklists and various different things. And another point about an activity board that's owned by the team is, and I would often call it, a vertical office. So literally it could store the various different pens, the various different pro formas, the sheets, the checklists, the one-point lesson pro formas, anything that's being used by the team can live there like they were going to an office, but it's a vertical office. And of course, this is where the team meet, plot their graphs, make adjustments, put something new up there that they want to tell the wider group, and this is where they meet, short, sharp and snappy meetings on foot. Now the key thing about this is, and this is the concept of the board that tells a story, is that you start on the left-hand side. This is the way our eyes are trained to look at things, and it travels from left to right. So when you're looking at the board, you naturally want to start here, and then you see the connections between various different things. So here's a certain objective, there's an illustration of it in practice, there's a drawing of something that's in place, and there it's linked to a certain result that has improved of a certain part of the department's performance. And you can physically put lines and arrows and joining up parts, and this is what gives it a sort of artistic interpretation, and that is owned by the team far better than somebody coming from a darkened room and putting a load of grass that looked like wallpaper on. Now, when you do this, you have to be prepared for the team to show its own character in the board. So I'll leave you with this illustration of a board that was used by one of our clients, or designed by one of our clients in Poland. So it was agreed by the team. This is how they would illustrate their various different activities, and as you can see, some of it is office-based tools and techniques, and other is who's in charge of what and how the performance is going. Some of it is hand drawn, some of it is their own creations, and some of it is from management directive. So we need to be creative when we think about boards and not think of the traditional, they're there to tell people what their performance is. It needs to be much more activity based and owned by the team themselves. So thank you for that, and please get in touch with any conversational pieces around organisational development. Thank you very much.